and then apparently you will find no problem. But if you get into the nitty-gritty of their daily life, you'll be finding the problem which the village dweller may not be aware that they're facing the problem. To give an example, what DKMs are told, the thonga making machine, thonga means the paper packet. Now he feels he will be collecting the old newspapers, they will be cutting it, then putting the adhesive or paste and making the thonga desired size, and then he dispose to the market. That is his thinking. Then what is the problem? To understand the problem, a student has to empathize with the people, those who are facing the day-to-day life. Why he is making these paper packets, the quantity, how it can be improved, the quality, how it can be improved. For that, if you ask the person who is using it, probably he may not be having the direct answer. So firstly, the student, they have to go to the village, they have to see the, I can say, the user's journey map. Then he has to find out what are the action the person is taking and how this can be improved stage by stage. Second, once he has understood the problem, then he needs to analyze the problem following the journey map of the person who is making that paper packet, for the example. So he has to ask few questions, we call it why. Why the making of these packets are so slow? Why the qualities are not good? Why it is taking such a long time to get the recovery of his labor cost? Why this is not being improved? So based on this why, the student needs to solve it. Once he has found the solution, that is not the end. This is nothing but the application of engineering knowledge what the student has gained from the college, and at the same time the faculties in the college are available to tell the student how to solve the particular issue. Once the solution has been achieved, both uh, economically and technically, now they have to go for the testing. We call it prototype testing. So once the prototype has been done, then it can go for the use. So all this is being covered in a subject which is NPTEL is also teaching us, there is a design thinking. So if we apply design thinking in rural technology, the student will be in a position to help the people, those who are not in a position to identify the problem, and they can identify the problem, and at the same time they can improve themselves. With this and many more we'll be seeing today. We have Professor Saha with us. He has enlightened us earlier also, and we all of are very much sure that we'll be learning a lot, and at the same time our students, they'll be giving a presentation about the project. And without taking much time, I hand over to Sayan. I'll take the proceedings of the webinar forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Sir. Now it is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome Professor Shubir Kumar Saha, a 1983 Mechanical Engineering graduate from Regional Engineering College, now NIT Durgapur, India, and he then completed his MTech from IIT Kharagpur and PhD from McGill University, Canada. Upon completion of his PhD, he joined Toshiba Corporation's R&D Center in Japan. After 4 years of work experience in Japan, he has been with IIT Delhi since 1996. He is actively engaged in teaching, research, and technology transfer. He completed sponsored projects and consultancies worth more than rupees 8 crores. Professor Saha established the Mechatronics Laboratory at IIT Delhi in 2001. As recognition of his international contributions, Professor Saha was awarded the Humboldt Fellowship in 1999 by the AYH Foundation Germany and the Naren Gupta Chair Professorship at IIT Delhi in 2010. He has been also visiting faculty at IIT Madras and a short-term researcher at the McGill University, Canada, Monash University, Australia, and University of Verona, Italy. Professor Saha has written several books. A textbook on Introduction to Robotics, published by McGraw-Hill in India and Singapore, was also translated in Mexican and Spanish. To make learning the subject of robotics fun, a software called RoboAnalyzer was developed under his supervision and distributed free through www.roboanalyzer.com. I would request him to share his valuable speech with us. Professor Saha, sir.
থ্যাংক ইউ সায়ান ফর দ্য ইন্ট্রোডাকশন। আশা করি সবাই সবাই ভালো আছেন কোভিডের বাজারে। তো দিস ইজ এ গ্রেট অপরচুনিটি অ্যান্ড আই রিমেম্বার লাস্ট ইয়ার।
So your voice is very low.
হ্যালো,
Yes, now it is audible.
because it is going from Delhi, no? So it's
Yes, yes.
accessible, right? So I remember last year around this time, I think I was in Kolaghat only, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Deepak Babu, when was it? I think November, December. I visited
Yes, sir. December only. December.
December only, right? So when we saw to the market, no pan and marigold.
Sir, your voice is coming very low.
Hello.
Now it is audible. But
Achha,
yes,
so I have to hold it like this.
yes,
no?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So what I said is last year I was there at Kolaghat this time.
Yes,
So I'm taking that coffee from Kolaghat, right? So
yes,
because as a speaker. And I remember my sweet memories going to the market in the early morning for the marigold market and the pan, and then coconut tree climbing, mechanism, which I saw in one of the village. And the hotel was fantastic actually, next to the river. No? Anyway, so I'm very happy to interact with you people always. And sometime, pardon me, at least some of the faculty colleagues, including Professor Mandal, sometime I share some of my very critical thoughts with you, and please take it in a brotherly mode that okay, whatever I share, it's basically for the good of our eastern zone. In fact, yesterday I was talking to one of the defense personnel who wanted to create some facility in Kolkata. There is a DRDO lab called JCB-CAD, Jagadish Chandra Bose Center for Advanced Technology, where robots for defense was created with few crores of rupees. But now they are planning to, most probably going to close it actually. He said that people are asked to come at 9 o'clock. No, they are not interested to come. No. So with this kind of situation, they find it very difficult to run the show, and then maybe they are going to close it. And so I think being Bengali, it is our responsibility, to uphold our dignity and our responsibility as best as possible. Because even day before, not day before, last week I was talking to Dr. Chidambaram, the R. Chidambaram, who is the founder for this RUTAC, and while talking, he was invited by a group in West Bengal near Diamond Harbour. There is a group where he was invited. And then while talking, he said there was a saying once upon a time that what Bengalis or Bengal thinks today, country thinks tomorrow. So he remembered that kind of statement. But then he said the present political scenario, however, has not made that statement true anymore. Anyway, so let us try to bring back that kind of respect so that not only the Indians are brilliant, I mean the Bengalis are culturally strong, but let there be technically strong also. So you can see my screen, am I right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So the title of my today's presentation I kept as Mudra. Mudra means paisa, right? No? So you make money. But it's actually an acronym. It means multi-body dynamics for rural application. And multi-body dynamics is my research area, and I'm connecting to the rural application. Let me start with a small moral story. All of you must be knowing it, writing in cow essay. And if for me, whatever you give me, I will convert it to cow essay. Same thing has been done when the rural application has been my project. So I've connected to my multi-body dynamics. The cow essay is like this thing. A boy was preparing for an English exam next morning, and he thought there will be an essay, and he has no time to memorize so many essays. So he thought, cow essay is very important. I would memorize only cow. But next day, the exam paper says write an essay on river. So he said that, okay, I live in a village next to Rupnaran river, and both sides of the Rupnaran river are very fertile, and lots of green grasses and vegetables grow, and many animals come like goats, buffaloes, cows. Cow is a domestic animal. Cow has 4 legs, and after that it is completely cow is. And this is important that whatever we do today, if we can combine with our expertise. Just now, principal sir has said, or even the head of the mechanical said that, okay, you go to villages and then try to find out problems and connect to your studies. That will be great. Now, I call it a lecture series. This is 66th from 2007, right? 13 years I've been preaching, if I'm talking about rural. And I'm writing Connecting Engineering Minds with Society. What exactly you said as a part of UBA is exactly the same thing, no? For your information, this is our logo for our Diamond Jubilee celebration. And our artist from our department design has picked up this portion from this roof of our Dogra Hall. Focus why this kind of lecture is important now. Overcome the unemployability. The general quality of India's engineering graduates is exactly where it was a decade ago. On top of a shocking series of revelations is the finding that 80% of Indian engineers are not fit for any job in the knowledge economy. This is a statistic, this is a statement from the Economic Times last year. And you have to ask question, or I have to ask in retrospect, are you falling in this category? If you are, then you must try to overcome the situation to make you employable. The second part is impact through education, which you already started. That's a good sign. The education which does not help the common mass of people to equip themselves for the struggle for life, which does not bring out strength of character, is it worth? So this is from the book My India, The India Eternal by Swami Vivekananda. No? So already you started going to villages after adopting 5 villages as a part of UBA, and that's a good sign. So now you are trying to make the impact through education. I share basically all my experiences. My journey started 2000 when one professor from our rural development and technology who actually has initiated Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Professor Rajendra Prasad, who was PI for RUTAG before I took over from him in 2014. So he introduced to me a project on carpet. Let us watch a video first. Oops. And okay, okay. So could you hear the music of the video? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Okay, so you see, this is a traditional carpet loom. It is by a wooden bar, and this white portion needs to be at very high tension and stretched. It's like pulling a truck, a medium-sized truck. That is the kind of tension, and this tension is done by 2 persons. It takes about 40 minutes. But in our improved loom, we have introduced a gearbox here, and with the gearbox, it takes about 10 minutes to do by 1 person. No? And of course, there are other changes like bars have been changed to these horizontal rods, the pipes, and then these are vertical things. And with all these changes, the cost of this thing has those days become about 15,000 rupees for this large size carpet, like about 6 feet by 8 feet size carpet. And these are called hand knotted carpet. They are very, time consuming. It takes very long time. One 6 feet by 8 feet might take 2-3 months, and depending on what is the thread size and stuff like that. And you can see this is worm and worm wheel, which is used to tighten this what we call the works. And then and these are the hand tools used. These are modified by our team, and this video is from 2002 or 3. After carpet are oven, they needs to be do the cleaning. So this is the way the cleaning is done presently. And what is our present cleaning system? What we proposed is this. You can see 2002 video, and it's like a lawn mowing machine, a combination of two mechanisms. And I can tell you, I learned many new mechanisms while I faced problems to solve for this kind of situation. We did a lot of machines after this. There is not enough time to cover all, but I wanted to show you the hand tools. For example, what you have seen in the video, that is called beater. So this is the beater you have seen. So once the knots are made, so they have to be put close to each other. No? So this is the beater you have seen, was designed by us. This is the traditional beater. No? So this is the one they use it actually until we have asked to change with our modified design. The important part, if you see, this is straight rod here, no? And ergonomically this is not good. Whereas here you can see we made the carved wood piece so that no, it uh, kind of takes the shape of the grip, no, your palm. And also you see all the teeth coming out of it from one metal piece, no? And here we have done several things. So if one teeth breaks here, then you have to replace the whole unit. And here, if one teeth breaks, you can replace it. No? So while you see this kind of tools, it reminded me in 2000 that we are still in the Iron Age. Uh, and I felt so bad that we engineers are not paying attention, whereas we are sending spacecraft to through ISRO and other places, but we are neglecting these people's uh, daily life. So this I have already shown you. So what I did is, so I said, okay, let us take these problems as my academic problems and float them as my BTech projects and collaborate with my colleagues. So floated as an academic project and students are not interested. No? And those students who are sitting here, professors sitting here, they know why they are not interested. Because everybody wants to go to America or everybody wants to work for multinational companies. And again, here a commercial break for you. I will tell you a story of Upendra Kishore Rai Chaudhary. I studied in class 3. It is a story of Tuntuni. Tuntuni is a bird, lives in a tree next to the king's palace. Every evening, king servants will try to collect all the gold coin which they have collected, and they washed it, and they after drying, they will put it in the locker. And after that, Tuntuni will be looking at these gold coins and thinking if I had one in my nest. And then in the evening, he will be called, and then after doing messaging for the king, he will give you one coin or half a coin or whatever it is, some food, not the coin actually, the gold coin. So he thinks if I could become a king also. So one day the servants forgot to pick up one coin out of several coins, maybe hundreds, thousands. So that day he picked up one coin and then put in his nest. When the king called him in the evening to message his body, he said, "No, today I'm not coming. You come to my nest and message my body." He said, "How dare you are? No, why are you saying so? No, I will cut your throat." He said, "No, no, no. I am the king today." He said, "How come you are a king?" "No, whatever you have in your locker, I have the same thing in my nest." No? So that's what happens to us actually, many times in India. If we go to the club and have a glass of beer, so we think we are becoming, Americans or Japanese kind of thing. But same Indian outside this bar, will throw a piece of, chocolate cover. That time we are very much, Indian. यहाँ पे चलता है सब कुछ actually, So anyway, so that's the idea. If you take, if you talk about I'm doing space robot, no, you think that I'm become NASA person, no? And so that's the kind of attitude. So they are not interested. But some people who could not say no to me, they would ask the professors, colleagues actually, what is the research content? They would try to defend their denial by saying what is the research content. No? But actually, what I realize is they're not fashionable to them, so that's why they do not do it. But there are other reasons they're difficult. Why difficult? They're limited literature. If you go to Google search, like carpet cleaning machine, let us do this exercise quickly, to see what Google says it. No? And vis-a-vis, you can do with the robots. If you do robot dynamics, for example, no, so it will give you, for some reason. Okay, so if you say, carpet carpet loom design. Okay, let's see what happens. No, so it will be mostly the buyers actually. No, you see, this is my paper actually, design and development of carpet looms. So Subir Kumar Saha, right? So I'm at the first of the Google page. Can you see the screen, Sayan?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
The first. Now it's a robot dynamics. I work in robot dynamics, right? So robot dynamics, no? So let's see robot dynamics, no? Robot dynamics. This is not my, it is SJTU, no, some other, no. This is Chinese, San Jiaotong University, no, China. So I'm not in the top. And if you try to quickly make it actually where I am, so it's not very easy to find me actually. I'm not in the first page, seems like actually. This is Stanford University, Caltech, no. So I'm nowhere. But where it is in carpet, I'm the top, right? So good of it actually, no. Okay, so that's a live demo to you that how you could be top. No? So we started doing the design. My PhD student started working on it, and since PhD students are forced to do whatever the supervisor is telling, so he has no escape route actually, no. And so we did the stress strain diagram by the machine in our textile department. So we designed the column, the beam, unified beam, and then the column, and then we did the FE analysis. We did some calculation based on our mechanical design course, and then to verify the results, so I asked him to make FE modeling. That's why my intention was to make it fashionable, because after all, we have to see the customer's need. Whether good or bad is a separate issue. So they are my customer, so they made it fashionable. And this is the final modified design, which is about 25% less costly. This you have already seen, and this is the mechanisms. It consists of two small mechanism. One is this, another is this. And first part, small part, is an approximate straight line generating mechanism here. And the other part here is actually magnifying mechanism. This is called pantograph mechanism. So as this path is being magnified by that. Later on, I have been shown by another student that, okay, said the same mechanism was used as a walking robot. And this is the walking robot picture by a Italian professor. Okay, so here also a complete PhD thesis was done by a student who is a professor at MNIT Jaipur now. So here is RUTAC, what Professor Mandal has introduced. 7 IITs have RUTAC centers, and the nearest to you is IIT Kharagpur. And we have a compendium which we shared with your director and the head of the department, or at least one of them, if I remember correctly. So we have 52 technologies, and we are located at the following places, Delhi, Kanpur, Bombay, Kharagpur, Madras, Guwahati, Roorkee. The Ropar one has been closed down some time ago because they were not able to generate sufficient problem. And they are bringing only agriculture. And for the agriculture, there are enough number of agriculture universities. So our PSS office did not want to take only agriculture. So, and this Susha is here today, and Susha has a great contribution in this. So these are 52. So this is Dr. Chidambaram, who has retired 2 years ago as principal scientific advisor, and now the present advisor is Vijay Raghavan. And you can see that Susha, who is we present, I mean, in the panel discussion, Dr. Bhatt, uh, she is actually coordinating with all our IIT. So we divided into several. So I think this is freely downloadable from our website. And I think if you would like to know what needs to be done, what is possible, who could do what, so this will be very nice pictorial way of understanding. No? So this is a muri making machine. IIT Kharagpur has done it here. And presently, I am actually guiding one girl student in NIT Durgapur. Her hometown is Bakura, so she is also doing muri making machine, and it's a good uh, compendium, no, to see what is what. Then we do bring out newsletter, and this newsletter is actually translated in Bengali by a company person in Kolkata. So we have the English version in our website, the Rutag ITD News 2020. So it's complete Bengali, and I think Dr. Mandal has also translated one. I don't know whether this is the last issue or maybe this issue it will come. Is it in this issue, Professor Mandal?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What was that article? I forgot. So maybe anyway. So otherwise, this also this issue which will be coming out in January, we have introduced uh, some sections where mostly English, but some sections will be in regional languages, where Tamil, Telugu, no, Kannada, whichever languages we could get translated, we would translate. Now you may ask, what are the things we do? So here I have a collage of 6 projects actually. So this is related to the finance. I will show each of them about a minute or two. So this is the improved fairness to improve the efficiency and reduce the pollution of the environment. And what they make is they make bangles, and these are called jointless bangles, unlike the bangles which you get in the market, glass bangles. And you can see this guy will be doing it now. Okay, let me do fast forward. Here. So that's bangles, right? And the size can be varied depending on the shape we want to do. Okay. So then this is bullock driven tractor. So during the question and answer session, you can ask me what was the improvement done. Okay. So this is a replacement of a diesel tractor basically for those farmers who cannot afford to use diesel tractor. This is a treadle pump. So to collect water from the ponds or the rivers or even ground up to 7-meter depth. So this is used for irrigation purposes. And this picture what you see, this is Sundarban basically, but the video I have shown from Bhopal. This is to remove hair from the sheep's body. Yeah. So in Uttarakhand, then Himachal Pradesh, there are lots of sheeps to be removed, the hair to be removed. This is for the Tulsimala making machine. So let me go fast forward. This is to make the small spherical beads to make tulsi mala. Okay. Now the question is, this is another one to measure the. In Rajasthan, there is a water scarcity is there, so there is a strong auditing of the water level. At regular interval, the NGOs will collect the data and give it to the local bodies. So this is this is called well, and then you basically uh, put the probe down, and when it touch, then you will get the sound. You see? So, and this is simple, just electric circuit to be completed. That's it. Huh? And then you take the length of the cable, and that's the depth actually. And so one can think of advanced ideas. Suppose if you put this data in a mobile and let the mobile upload this data in a server, so IoT can be also introduced, or there could be contactless probe. You just point to the water level, and then you can see what is the depth actually. Now, as a faculty, as I said, faculty are not interested. The main reason is for the promotional purposes, they require publications, right? So I am demonstrating how to publish. So this ship sharing, the analysis which has been done, that is indicated here, that how we can do the dynamics here by understanding the mechanical mechanisms, because all we teach or learn mechanisms in our undergraduate. As a faculty also we teach, and then that analysis we can do the dynamic analysis. Okay, and we're trying to understand what is the mechanism inside. So this part is not so easy, I'll tell you. I told you it's difficult because literature does not available, but then once you go through this, these are the results compared with the Recordine as a software, and this is our program written in MATLAB. And so it was published in a book chapter, so my director should be happy to promote me that okay, I can still publish while I'm doing the social work. This is another publication, Women Empowerment by Technology Supported Manufacturing of Beads from Holy Basil. Holy Basil means tulsi actually. So this is the original device, and this is the switch we introduced, and then later electronics was introduced. This is not yet successful though, and some preliminary test. And this was in a journal called Current Science. This is published from Bangalore by Indian Academy of Science. And we started interactive sessions with many students. NIT Durgapur for last 4-5 months, 15 students, 1 faculty from your college, about 6 students and 3 faculty. And they are working on various topics. I have not segregated here. Stone dust, vilva decortication, tulsi mala, vertical vermicomposting, semi-automatic garland. So 1 student from Durgapur and 1 group from Kolaghat are doing it. Automatic counting of pan. This is from Durgapur student has done. I have taken some slides from him. So we are trying to characterize the pan leaves first by measuring its length and breadth. Then after doing about 100 or so odd, we are plotting the variation of the sizes. This is then trying to find out the density. Then he came up with certain idea by measuring the weight. I can calibrate that how many pans are there. Later on, he found out using image processing, he can get the area and stuff like that. Okay. Then ship sharing motor. Thonga making, I thought instead of making a machine, a simple Let me fast forward. Let me fast forward. Okay. So I feel instead of going for the full-fledged machine, the full-fledged machines are there for the paper bags, the big paper bags. There are Gujarat-based companies who sell these machines very fast. But I think for the small villages and the productivity might be increased if we can introduce this kind of templates. I don't know how successful it would be, but in the meantime, Tanushree has shared the standards also in this link. It is there, and I have also shared this video with her, hoping that she can introduce to some local people. And this is something interesting work we have done. Jawaharlal Nehru University students are doing it, vision-based fruit classification. So if you wanted to do know which fruits are rotten, for example, these are apple, this is banana, this is orange, and then are they rotten or not? So these are the rotten. So they are using so-called artificial intelligence techniques to decide which are the rotten. First, to distinguish which fruit is what, and then deciding. So these are all the theories they have done it based on AI. So AI need not be always what Americans do it actually. So I can apply my style. To internationalize, we are working with the Purdue University also, and then with MSME, we have some contact now. On 6th of January, there will be a meeting, and I already floated this idea to Tanushree during our monthly meeting. For those who are interested, no, I will send a link. So 10 district officers, 10 or 12 district officers will come and share their problems, no, that what the difficulties they face, so that we can try to do the solution for them. No? And this is a video shot from the US interaction here, and video is not linked properly. Let's skip it actually. No, so we meet every 2 months. Some students from Purdue University and our students, they exchange what we do. This is a comment about what kind of jobs one can get, because people think if unless they do robotics, unless they do car, they do not get a good job. They are false. So here is a girl who graduated 2012. So after her job in Tata Motors, she came to me. They said, though you are good in robotics, but we are not looking for robotics engineer. So some dialogue has happened here. And then she said she's working for the rural development actually. So she was working on the carpet loom. So then the interviewer asked her to draw a loom beam, what kind of loading, and finally discuss about the money. So with all this experience and the positive effects, that means we can solve our problem, we can publish it also, and that publications would be coming in the first page of our Google. And then also it can fetch a good job. What is important to get a good job is to know able to apply your knowledge to practice. It is not whether it is a rural application or space application. Ability to apply your knowledge is the main thing. So I have shared several products, and the Mudra is a concept, multi-body dynamics, but I have generally given the concept of design for rural application. Benefits are rural problems may get solved, awareness of social problems if not solved, able to publish, pride being one's own. So you don't copy Americans or Japanese to do the research, you do your own research, and tomorrow they will copy it, and India may be leader in these things. So we need to be self-respectful and confident in the research. So acknowledgement to all our family members and their friends, and thank you very much for your attention. And that's my mobile number. In case you want to call me, please use this time when it is open for public. Thank you very much for your attention. And if there are comments and questions as per the time available.
Thank you, sir. Now we have the presentation of the RUTAC projects of the CMK. To start with, we have the device for the betel leaves counting machine. Hello. It will be done by Shayantan and Janardhan Rao.
Respected sir and madam and faculty members, I am Sayantan Samanta, student of the second year electrical engineer. Under the mentorship of Dr. Sarmishta Bose, HOD PMS, I am doing the work on the development of low-cost betel leaf counting machine in collaboration with RUTEC IIT Delhi. Ma'am, will you please present the screen? Hello, ma'am. Hello, Sharmishta ma'am. Hello. Sir, may I audible?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, audible. To present it. Present the PPT.
Ma'am, please present the screen. Hello, ma'am.
Semester ma'am.
Sayantan, if you have PPT, you can directly present it. Sayantan.
Sir, because the problem is that I am now traveling, so there was my father was transferred to South League, so I am now
Oh,
traveling, so I can't present the screen. So that is the problem. If I am in home, I will present obviously. But where is the ma'am? Ma'am, please present the screen.
Semester madam joined and he is also in unmute condition.
Sir, the problem is that our betel leaf counting machine will count the betel leaves, the development of an low cost application to count betel leaves. So taken up as part of UBA project, and the 80%, 8% villagers in Mihitiki village are directly or indirectly associated with palm farming and trending of the crop. And the counting of the betel leaves is an integrated part of the business during trading and shipping of palm or betel leaves. Now the problem is that there is no automatic counting machine or mechanism in that place. So lot of time for manual counting, and the villagers cannot afford high cost appliances. So we make it in low cost, and the cost must be affordable by the villagers. The design is that if ma'am will present, I can understand very easily, but ma'am, yeah, there is no presentation. So I explained that there was some splitting area, some counting area, and some area to collect the betel leaves. Uh, the splitting area, there was a splitting drum or and panel which can split the betel leaves. In the counting area, we will wash the betel leaves, and there will ice to freeze that. And the uh, collecting area is the most valuable part, because if uh, if we change anything in the machine, we can change in the uh, compartment 3, that is the collect area. So if there is the machine, the problem is that the we cannot directly make the machine in the home. So I am not in मतलब, the problem is that I am not in the home. If I am in the home, I will make the machine and I will present that. So all my presentation is not there also. I I try that. Uh,
So,
presentation.
okay, thank you, Santon. I think that some technical problem is there, that's why I'm not presenting now. So, Sion, with this, we can go for the next presentation.
For the next presentation, we have the marigold mala making machine by Shantan Roy and Shomik Das.
Good morning, sir. I am Shantan Roy from Mechanical Engineering Department, second year. Sorry, sir, I'm in third year. Thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity to show us our project.
Put on
And
your video,
yes, sir.
put on your video so that
Yes,
people can understand you. No?
yes, sir.
Yes, it's okay. Okay,
And
continue.
yes, I am presenting. So, sir, we were working on the marigold mala making machine, and we made this model at the first time. But the thing was that now we had to make it in practically. So these were the dimensions that were given. After that, these were the parts. So basically, I'm doing one annotation. So basically, there is one support on which there is one tube placed, which is cut into halves, and we have hinged it so that we could open it and close it when we want. In the downward portion, there is one slider mechanism on which we can slide this thing. Um, and so in the front portion, I mean this side, there is a one sensor. I am annotating. I think it might be better. So in this portion, there is one rectangular plate in which we had made one hole and we had put this motor inside. So what it will do, the in the front portion of the motor, that is in the middle portion of the shaft of the motor, we have placed one needle like thing. So we had to make one needle that would be of the dimension 40 centimeter, but practically we couldn't make it in that way. So we used some cycle spokes, and we made the front portion of the spoke pointed, and made one groove there, and we attached with this thing, but it was temporarily because we couldn't make it permanently joined. So the mechanism is that when we will start the motor by this switch, so it will get power from this battery, and it will run the motor. When the motor will be running, the since the motor is coupled uh, with this long shaft like thing, that is the needle, it will also rotate, and in within this tube we will place the flowers, and while rotating we will slide this thing, we will slide this support in the inward portion, and since the flowers are already placed in this support, so it will the needle would pierce each and every flower. After that, when it had already pierced each and every flower, then we will switch off the power, and we will tie the knot in the groove of in the front portion of the needle where we had made one groove, and after that we will slide back the support. So like that, we were thinking of making the marigold mala making machine. So these are some clicks, and so this was the circuit that we used to give power to the motor. So this is all we made. Is the last time.
So, go
Thank
for
you,
next presentation. Yes.
thank you, Shantan.
Thank
And now we have the pottery making device by Devdulal Mondal, Bappaditya Kaur, and Ovik Bindai.
Hello. I
Yes,
think all the students from the pottery project are unable to join as the number of participants exceed 100.
Okay, okay. So may we go for the next?
So we will go for the next topic.
Just
Actually,
TKV
hello.
sir, just summarize this what are you missing.
Actually, I am also allowing to join in my laptop. I am trying to show the few slides regarding the Potter Wheel Power Potter Wheel project through my mobile. So please wait. Hello.
Yes, audible. Yes,
So the screen is visible.
yes, yes.
Okay. So here the title of the project is actually the design and development of electric water wheel with or without battery facility or battery backup option for the rural development purpose. And the project student members are Devgulal Mondal, Ovik Bindai, and Bapadito Kaur. So, firstly, I would like to thank you, Professor Saha, IIT Delhi, when we were visited the last year December, and Sir was giving the idea regarding the RUTAG project. Okay, and in that time, I specially proposed the Potter wheels because in my village, I have seen the many villagers are doing the ceramic procession, most especially in the pottery, and the process is actually of controlling in the position of the clay, okay, and as it is spin on a potter wheels, but the entire process is actually they are doing by their hand, okay. So they do not have any idea regarding the motorized or electric motor can use to rotate the or spinning the wheel, okay. So that however it is in the from the literally the clay at every level is made to be a same distance from the axis of the spin, okay, and it is outmost of the importance part, right. Now the my students that is Devdulal and Bapadito and Ovik started their projects that is the power potter wheel, okay. And basically the design consideration of this part, the design of the various machine elements in the design machine elements are the wheel shaft, the pulley, and the belt system, and there is a stress on bolts are there, and bearing, and the moment of inertia and radius of gyration of the wheel head, and the speed controller system are there, okay. Now, I'm not going to discuss detail about the equations part or design of the wheel shaft. So this is basically a so- sorry. Yes. So this is basically picture is basically a like conventional potter wheel that the villagers are still used. Uh, Now, uh, so this is actually the complete assembly of the front view drawing, which is done by the students of CMK, and complete assembly is there, the CAD modeling, okay. And now this project is now ongoing, and the modeling part is already completed, and also the design part is all already completed. Hello,
Yes, yes,
am I audible?
yes,
Hello,
yes,
hello.
yes, audible.
Audible.
Okay. Now, this is actually the hardware part, that is the frame structure that our student already completed, and the others part already they're going to purchase from the market as per the specification, design specification. Now the position of the project, already 30% of the project work is completed. Okay, and the 70% of the project is to be done. I think it is expected to be completed within the month of middle of the January. Okay, and so this is the actually the overall progress of their project of the powered potter wheel. Okay, so thank you. If any questions regarding the powered potter wheels, then please ask.
So anybody interested, they may join, they may ask
Yes,
later on.
always welcome. If any students from the CMK fraternity join this type of project, so they're most welcome.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Please go next.
Thank you, TKP sir. Now we have the panel discussion by the following members. To start with, we have Dr. Susha Lakshmi Madam, an interdisciplinary researcher who works as a National Postdoctoral Fellow under the mentorship of Professor S.K. Saha in the Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Delhi, in association with RUTAG, IIT Delhi. Before that, she worked as a part-time project consultant in the Rural Technology Action Group, IIT Delhi, for 1 year. Then we have Professor Shormishta Bose, Department of Physical and Material Sciences, CMK. Professor Torun Kantipal, Department of Mechanical Engineering, CMK. And we also have Professor Tanushree Jana Ma'am, Department of Mechanical Engineering from CMK.
I request Susha ma'am to start.
Hello, good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, good evening. Yes.
So, thank you, Sain, for the nice introduction. So, can I start my presentation now?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sure.
Yes, 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 yes,
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
My slides are visible? Hello.
madam,
Hello. audible?
Ma'am, perhaps you have joined by two systems, so you have to switch off one system sounds, otherwise the echo sound is coming. This is the problem. So we are hearing a very echoing noise.
Okay.
When you
Actually,
are
I have
trying,
no, only one system is here.
but here it is okay. Now it is showing only one, but sound is
Yeah,
coming perhaps
Now it
from
is
your
okay
side.
actually. Now I can hear properly.
yeah, yeah. So I'll start presenting then.
Yes. So all others are requested to mute your sound.
I think some problem is happening. I'm not sure what way. So okay.
You may log out and log in again.
Now it's okay.
Now it's coming
Is it
clear.
visible now? Yeah.
Yes, it's coming. It is coming.
Yeah.
Yes, now it is visible. Okay, ma'am. It's okay, ma'am.
My slide is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I don't know why it's not coming like.
Now it's okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Now it's perfect.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. So thank you for inviting me for this webinar on rural technology and development. And I also thank Professor Saha for giving me an opportunity to coordinate with multi-institutional aspects for rural technology and development. So here I am Susha Lakshmi. Is currently working as National Postdoctoral Fellow in the Department of Mechanical Engineering under the mentorship of Professor Saha in association with the RUTAC IIT Delhi. So I did MTech in Rural Technology and Development from IIT Bombay and PhD in Soil Instrumentation from IIT Bombay. Then later I worked in RUTAC IIT Delhi for 1 year as project consultant. So this is the brief bio of mine. So starting with the presentation, today I'm going to give a presentation on a gist of rural development and technology. I'll cover the following aspects: the basic concepts of the development and the various measures for the development, and the concept of human development index, and the fundamentals of rural development, and the need of appropriate technology and system thinking approach, followed by conclusion. So we are talking about the development. So we should understand what is development. So most of the time, development is misinterpreted as economic growth. But development means the overall well-being of a society. Whereas economic growth is only the improvisation of the financial condition of the society. So basically, it is a subset of the development. So development consists of mainly three aspects. Here you can see self-sustenance, self-respect, and freedom. So self-sustenance provides basic necessities like food, shelter, and clothes to the community. And every nation and even every people need self-respect. So denial of self-respect means lack of development. And another aspect is freedom. Freedom from servitude and political freedom and economic freedom are necessary for development. So basically, there are various measures to quantify development. So here you can see four measures like economic measures, demographic measures, environmental measures, and social measures. So under economic measures, as you all know about gross domestic product, gross national product, and net national income. So these are the basic indicators. And infant mortality, age structure, epidemiological transition, those indicators will come under the demographic measures. Biodiversity, carbon footprints, and resource depletion, those will come under environmental measures. And the literacy rate of the people, healthcare and welfare status of the society will come under social measures. So United Nations Development Program established a Human Development Index to rank all the countries to categorize them into various development aspects. So based on the people's longevity, standard of living, knowledge, UNDP established Human Development Index. And based on that, there are three categories. You can see here: low Human Development Index, medium Human Development Index, and high Human Development Index. And India will come under the medium Human Development Index. You can see our point is 0.645. So while talking about rural development, rural development consists of the overall development of the rural areas with a view to improve the quality of the rural people. So through rural development, provision of jobs, income opportunities, enrichment of cultural life while maintaining and protecting the environmental rural areas are indeed required. So here comes the aspect of the appropriate technology. I'll talk about appropriate technology in the coming slide. So when you're considering about the rural population in India, around more than 66% of our population is in rural areas as per 2018 data. Unfortunately, 1 in 5 Indians are poor, and our average rural poverty rate is around 25 percentage. But the states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan are having rural poverty rate more than 30 to 40 percentage. So, United Nations came up with the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and some of the goals are basically for rural population. There's no poverty, no hunger, to get achieved by 2013. So, National Institution for Transforming India, Nidhi Aayog in India has been coordinating for achieving these sustainable development goals. While we are talking about this technological advancements or demand-driven technology, Professor Saha given a lot of examples of demand-driven technologies from RUTAC. So basically, coming up with this kind of technology, we can build a self-reliant community that would be the base of the nation. So what is appropriate technology? Basically, this technology should be decentralized, energy efficient, locally autonomous, environment friendly, so that in small scale or cottage industry wise, we can promote these kind of technologies. So most of our technologies are appropriate technology and demand driven technology, and we are indirectly indicating three sustainable development goals like no poverty, no hunger, and gender equality. Here you can see clippings of our ROTAC compendium, what Professor Saha projected in the previous presentation. So then another approach is like a system thinking approach. My postdoctoral work is on system thinking approach. So considering the rural system as a whole and to understand the problem faced by the people and how to model those problems using system dynamics modeling. So in system dynamics modeling, there are basically three structures. Like structure of the system, which comprises various parameters of the system, and from that we'll be able to trace the behavior of the system, and from the behavior of the system we will be able to model the events of the system and extreme conditions of the system, and how we can make best policy interventions into that system. So one example I am given here is my PDF work. So how to improve the productivity of the rice and wheat cropping land, considering the biophysical parameters of the land, environmental parameters of the area, and political parameters of the system, and socio-economic parameters of the system. So coming to conclusion, so when you involve into the RUTAC projects, so you will get a hands-on experience to understand the rural problems. So you can, especially you can notice the technological related problems and try to understand the problem from all the angle, rather than coming to the immediate conclusion to the problem, immediate solution to the problem. And you try to understand the problem and promote appropriate technologies. That is for economically Atmanirbhar Bharat as per our Gandhiji's vision, and recently Prime Minister Modi also formulated Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for self-reliant community or self-reliant nation. So for that, in village level, we need appropriate technologies. And RUTAC, especially for students, RUTAC is a very good opportunity for getting the hands-on experience in rural problems. And also development of rural entrepreneurship models and marketing strategies are other areas we can think over. And coming up with this kind of technologies will be a boon to the cottage industries and local resource-based development, and thereby raising the economy and improving the quality of life would be the base of our development of the nation. So I'm thanking you all. Hello. Hello.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lakshmi.
Was it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Everything was audible.
Thank you.
Now I would request Professor TJ ma'am to show thanks to all the members of the webinar.
Sharon, if they want to tell something, TJ ma'am or TKB ma'am or Sumistra ma'am in this discussion, if they want to talk about this discussion about this problem of rural technology.
Okay, sir. TKP sir. Hello, TKP sir.
So, TJ ma'am
Uh,
or Sumistra ma'am.
so, Mr. Ma'am.
Sumistra ma'am has joined, but father
Hello.
did not connect. Yes,
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 yes, yes.
yes,
Hello. Am I
yes, ma'am.
audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
That time I could not show you the presentation. First, can I show you the presentation first, or just I am just going to the panel discussion?
Uh, Actually,
And
Sayantan has discussed the basic idea of this their bit machine. Just if you discuss about the panel discussion, it will be better for us in this
okay,
session.
Shusha Madam has already nicely presented the objective of the rural develop technology, and um, Professor Shah also has given different examples, examples how the rural technology development, the technologies can help, this can improve the lifestyle of the rural people. This rural technology development, this uh, is required in villages to develop the lifestyle, to uh, develop the to make the life easy, uh, considering but the basic, but we have to consider that we have to develop the technology which requires, when we will develop this technology, some of the basic points we have to consider. The technology should be easily, this technology should be easily, it can be applicable to the life, and also it should be friendly, eco-friendly, and this technology should take less power, which should this should this should be dependent on the internet. These the basic points we have to always consider. Then only the technology can be successful for the people. Uh, Considering these different projects, uh, we are trying to develop. Professor Turun already he has shown how the pottery potter, how the electric potter technology can be implemented, and from Professor Shah we have seen the carpet loom technology. So I think already we have got enough idea on this. Now I will request um, Professor Tunusri to say few words on this.
Good afternoon, everybody. So, as I am one of the mentor of this project, we are having three ongoing projects under RUTAC. So my experience in this project is that we have visited the villages, we have taken the problems, and what exact problems the villagers are facing, that problems we have taken, and we are trying to find out what exactly the solution we can give to the village peoples. So this is a very good, I will be saying, and a very practical exposure which we can uh, give to the practical, that means the peoples. We are actually helping the peoples. And in the same way, what our students are learning and we the faculties are also learning, we when we are making some mechanism, we are facing various problems. Those problems we are rectifying, and we are improving, and then ultimately we are coming to the solution. So as well as faculties, we are also learning, as well as the students, they are also learning. Mainly what happens, the students, they get exposure theoretically when they are doing projects in BTech level. Then they can do some work practically when they are taking up projects, practical problems, they can do the work, and hands on the work when they are doing. That means the application area of the students are becoming more stronger. So I think it is we are helping the society, as well as the students, they are getting prepared for their take up the challenge for the society. That means when they will be going for job interviews and various other works also, if they want to involve in for the society. So they are already being those students, those who are taking the challenge, they are already they are prepared for to face the challenge and do the solution as per the society requirements. Now I would give the thanks. I would like to give the thanks.
TKP sir. TKP sir, if he wants to
Okay,
say
okay.
something. TKP sir. After that, you should go with question answering before giving the thanks. TKP sir.
Hello,
Yes. TKP
am
sir.
I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So first of all, would like to thank to Professor Shah sir to giving us opportunity to join the RUTAC group, RUTAC fraternity. Now, although there is a lot of technologies developed nowadays by the rural people in India as well as in the West Bengal, and normally this technology helps us in the economic of the scale, and this is also creates or generates the local employments by the locally available material. So there is no need to move from the far off places, that is as per the economic of the scale. So already Mondol sir explained about the RUTAC project, and Saha sir also. Now the main objective is to identify the technology of the ongoing village, and their potential reach to the rural areas, and how to provide their higher income, and as well as the employment, or their other objective, maybe the reduce their difficulties of the problems of the people in the rural areas. Okay. Now, if the technologies have some problems, then we find out actually what is the solution, and we can share the technologies with the people of the rural area by identifying the technologies, the particular regions, and availability of the technology or available technology solution that we have, and the problems that we are adopting the existing technology in the grassroots level, and also the identify the exact problem uh, for their specific tasks also. Okay. So if we motivate the students in our CMK fraternity to share the knowledge and to visit the remote villages and we interact with the people where the people really needs the technology and they really needs the how to solve their problems in their daily life. So that's why first we identify the some students who are really interested to help them and so that can improve the technology that will suit the local condition also. Okay. So uh, with the teacher fraternity, always welcome the students for doing this kind of activity so that we can reach the rural people for their for helping the problems in their daily life so that we can provide the technology and solutions to improve their daily life also as well as the income so that they can actually manage their the employment. Okay. So I'd like to thank Professor Tunusri and our HOD sir, and as well as our RUTA team, CMK for conducting this kind of program. And I expect from our HOD sir, so this type of program necessary and monthly basis or at least once in a month. Okay, so thank you all.
To the students, I want to add one thing. In generally, what we have seen, we think a large project, big project, and which costs require more. But we may start from our home. Definitely, it will come to your nearby villages also, surroundings also. Maybe simple modifications may help to our home appliances or maybe the surrounding villagers' requirement, which is low cost. The cost involved will be very less in this type of problem. And whatever what Sahasar has told, there we will find out the applications of knowledge, which is definitely required for engineers, and in future it will help us to get a job also. So before coming to this question answering, whatever I have seen, Dilip Kumar Gayan, Department of Computer Science has already joined, and if he wants to talk on this issue, DG sir, please. DG sir, please. So that's okay. So before going to the vote of thanks, I would like to the students if they want to ask any questions. Sahasar also is there. Uh, yes. So any students, if have any queries, you may ask. So definitely I will give one feedback link. And in this feedback link, what I have designed the feedback link by Google Form. There I have given one part to write down the tentative project, what you think which is required for your villagers. Maybe the solutions is not with you, but I have designed the Google Form so that the attendance will be taken as well as whatever problem is there, we may think in future the solution. So initially, I need the problems which will be listing, then we'll try to find out the solutions. So definitely, I will give this feedback link. Before that, if you have any questions, answer is also there. Any students, without any hesitations, you may ask the question. Perhaps, sir, there is no questions. Maybe the questions will come later on. Then definitely we will contact you sir, later on. So if there is no questions, let us go. Let us ask the Tanushree ma'am for a vote of thanks.
I would like to thank Professor Shaha for his continuous guidance and support for this program, and for his valuable time also. And I would like to give thanks to our head of the institution, our director sir, for his support also and for his guidance also. And I would also thank our HOD Mechanical, Professor Deepak Kumar Mandal, for his support, for organizing and suggestion for the webinar for an awareness program. I would like to thank Shusha ma'am for participating, and I would like to thank also all the participants, our faculty members, our staff members, our students, those who are participating. And I would like to thank our student coordinator, that is Shayan, for coordinating this program. I would like to thank all the students, those who have taken the challenge to do the problem that we have taken from the villages, that is under RUTEC. And with the project, I think they will complete it successfully. And in this way, I would like to conclude this program.
Definitely, we'll thank for technical support, Mr. Alok Maiti sir also. As Sasa is there in this skill, so Sasa, do you want to tell to the students anything? Anything more from you, sir?
Nothing more. I wish session could have been little interactive by the students coming, asking questions to all of us, the speakers. You had faculty, you had students. They could have asked their friends also. And so I would encourage next time when you do, maybe they become more interactive. That's my request and appeal. Because unless you ask questions you do not know, what is going on. It could be blunt questions like, how did you find the problem? Where is the answer lying? Who is helping you? So next time, please be more interactive, so that otherwise all 100 people are coming with their own time. And this is one thing. And the second thing is, particularly the first presenter, when he said he was traveling, I was a little upset. So if he knows that, okay, he has a duty today to present, why he should be traveling, that's number one. In case he has to travel for urgency, he can always delegate the work to his friend that, see, I am traveling today, I have to go urgently. Can you please represent me actually? Why you ask a teacher to do this job? Teacher is not his or her secretary. If teacher does it, that's very nice to help, and teachers are always helpful. But it is your project, your presentation. So probably these are the few things should be noted by those who are not so sincere in their approach. So otherwise, all the best, and I'm sure good work has started, and it will keep continuing, and some good thing will happen in future. All the best anyway to organize this session. This is a great session anyway.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir. So may we leave this session?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So the feedback link is not opening. It's requiring some kind of permission.
No, you say here.
You have to fill up. You have to fill up with college email ID. You have to log in with the college email ID, then you can fill up it. So personal email ID, from the next session, personal email ID will be not entertained. Today, lots of students entered through personal email ID. From the next session, only college email ID will be allowed.
Okay. So we had
but college email ID does
college
not work.
email ID.
But the college email ID was not working, sir.
Yes, sir. It showed that it's not from the distribution, so we can't join the meet.
Sir, it was creating problem to join. We could not join using the college email ID, so we use the personal one.
No. So I have allowed through personal email ID. From the next day, you will be not allowed through the personal email ID. You have to log in with the college email ID. So that is the different issue. You have to solve it after this session. Okay. So later on, you have to solve that. But in webinar, you cannot log it with the personal email ID.
Or if there is no other problem. Alok sir, may we leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.